Hi guys, this is Sadak from Droidman.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash latest official PixelOS Android 16 ROM onto Moto G54. So please back up all your data and then let's get started. So first and foremost, you will have to get Android SDK from my article, extract them onto PC. Upon doing so, you will get the following file. Let me show you. The platform tools files are over here. Once that is done, now enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. OEM unlocking is required to unlock your phone, and USB debugging is required for ADB command. So let's enable both the toggles onto our phone. For that, go to the settings menu, and from settings, go to about phone, then go to device identifiers, and from here tap on build number 7 times, then go back, again go back, go to system, dev options, and from there enable the toggle next to OEM unlocking as well as USB debugging. You will get a prompt, tap on OK. You might get one more prompt. In that case, tap on allow. And with this, the debugging stands enabled. Still, let's first verify it. For verification, type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools, hit the enter key, then type in the command of ADB devices and verify you are having an ID. Let's verify it, and as you could see, we are having this ID. If that's all fine, now you have to unlock the phone. For that, I made an article and a video as well. So please go through my article and get the job done. You'll have to first get a code from Motorola and then use that code in the fastboot command. All the steps and the video are shown over here. This is the video. So please go through it once. Let me just show the steps as well. After enabling OEM unlocking, going to fastboot mode, use this command, you will get a data. So then email that data to the Motorola via the email and remove all the bootloader keywords. It will be a single line of code, something like this. So now go to this page, click on next, and then you will get a code. Use that code in the fastboot command. This is the fastboot command, fastboot OEM unlock a unique key, hit the enter key, and then after that your phone stands unlocked. Once that is complete, you will have to boot to the OS once again. The phone will undergo a reset, boot to the OS. Please re-enable USB debugging once again. Anyways, once the phone is unlocked, let's move with the next step, which is as follows. So now get the ROM file from here. It's the official ROM file, the Pixel OS ROM and the recovery file. Let me just show you. For our device, the Motorola Moto G54 5G, this is the code name. This is applicable for both the code names. So get the ROM file from here and the recovery file from here. Okay, just give me a second. I guess the recovery file might not work. I was sure. Yes, there is some issue with the recovery from here. So don't get the recovery file from the official site. That is not going to work. In fact, that's not there. Use the recovery file from my website, which is over here. The issue with that is, in our case, we don't have a normal recovery IMG file. In fact, we use a package of boot and the vendor boot inside the zip file. So which is not there over here. If your phone had just a recovery IMG, then it might work. But since that is not the case with our phone, you will have to use a zip file, which is given in my article's link. So get the file from here. And after that, you will get a zip file. We'll use that zip file. Do not extract the zip file. So this is the ROM file and this is the package for the recovery. And inside that, you will see we have the boot and the vendor boot. But please don't extract it. Once that is done, copy both the files, the ROM and the files package, inside the folder of platform tools. So let's paste the files here and do a renaming. For the initial one, which has the package of boot and the vendor boot, let's rename them to something shorter. Let's say recovery or IMG, because it has an IMG package. So IMG, and this is the ROM zip file. So let's rename it to ROM. The name becomes rom.zip. rom.zip. Once that is done, now you have to boot the phone to the fastboot D mode. I'm again repeating, it's the fastboot D and not the fastboot mode. So currently we are in the OS. So in that case, you have to use the following command: ADB reboot fastboot and hit the enter key. The phone should now be inside the fastboot D mode in a few seconds. But if you are currently in the fastboot mode, in that case, use the command fastboot reboot fastboot. So both the commands are given in my article. So this is for the ADB mode. When you are in the ADB mode, use this command and you will be inside the fastboot D mode. After that, verify the fastboot D connection as well. So for that, just type in the command of fastboot devices and verify that you're having an ID as well. So once your phone is in the fastboot D mode, type in the command of fastboot devices, hit the enter key, and you can see we are having this ID. If you're not having any ID, in that case, please install the fastboot drivers. The link is given in my article over here. So once that is done, let's move to the flashing steps. The flashing for all the Motorola AOSP ROMs are the same. So if you are in the OS, you could use this command to boot to the fastboot D mode, which we have just used. If you are in the fastboot mode, in that case, use this command to boot to fastboot D mode. Once you're inside the fastboot D mode, we could now flash the file. The first off, flash the img package, but skip the reboot. So we have added the skip reboot parameter. Simply copy the entire command and paste the command in the CMD window. This is the file name. You could see img.zip, the file name which we have just replaced over here as well, renamed. So now just paste the command over here and hit the enter key. The img package will now be flashed, and this will take a few seconds because it's just around a couple of files. And once that is done, the phone should now reboot. So you could see rebooting to the fastboot mode over here. So once it's in the fastboot mode, we could now carry on with the next step. So this was the over here. Now you may boot the phone to the newly flashed recovery. For that, the command is fastboot reboot recovery. As of now, we are inside the fastboot mode because you could see it was reboot into fastboot. That is why we are in the fastboot mode. So once that is done, let's now boot our phone to the recovery, the Pixel OS recovery. So paste the command here, hit the enter key, and our phone should now be inside the recovery mode. And this will take around 5 to 6 seconds more. So let's just wait. And once we are inside the Pixel OS recovery, we can then flash the ROM file without any issue whatsoever. So just give me a few seconds and then we will be going with the flashing process. So after this screen, the Pixel OS recovery file will now boot up and you could now see. So first off, go to factory reset. If the touch is not okay, touch is working, factory reset, format data, again format data wipe is now complete. Now go back, apply update from ADB, and first off verify the ADB sideload mode, which is quite simple. Just type in the command of ADB devices and verify you are having the sideload keyword. As you could see, we are having the sideload keyword, so we could now flash the ROM file with ease. The command is ADB sideload and the file name, which is rom.zip, and hit the enter key. The flashing will now start, take 4 to 5 minutes. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, the flashing is now complete. To flash any other zip file, tap on yes. So in my case, I flash a GApp package, but the ROM already have all the GApps. So I'll just tap on no. And once you have flashed all the files, your last action, so do a phone formatting once again. So go to factory reset, format data and format data. Once that is complete, you will now go back and tap on reboot system now. The phone will now boot to the OS, but the first booting up will take up some time because we have just flashed a new OS. So the flashing will take around 30 to 40 seconds. That is all normal, nothing to worry about as such. So let's just keep a tab on the boot logo or the boot animation. That will mean that we have flashed the ROM files successfully. And in the meantime, I would like to thank the ROM devs. They have done a great job. The Cyber Knight and the Sarthak Roy. So all thanks goes to them. Anyways, the phone should now show the boot logo of the Pixel OS right after this, I suppose. So let's just wait for a few more seconds and you could now see we have got the boot animation. So this means the flashing went fine. And now we should be inside the OS in a matter of few seconds. Let's just wait for that to happen and then we will have a look at the ROM's features as well. It's a clean stock UI experience with just the required features, similar to how you get in the Pixel OS. So just a few more seconds are required. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, let's now get started with the setup process. Let's skip this for now as well. Let's skip this. If you want, you may connect to Wi-Fi, link your Google account and restore all the app data, but that will take ages. So let's skip this for now. Simply accept all the terms and condition, and I guess that should be it. Let's skip this and swipe to home, and that is it. We are now inside the OS, and as you could see, we have got quite a lot of Google apps, from the calendar to the messaging apps as well, Gmail, Google Maps, just the camera from the Moto, then all the other apps from Google only. And these are the new QoS size from Android 16 QPR2 base. You may now change the size as well. Just drag it. Okay, I just hit the minus sign. Just drag it to increase the size, and then you may make them smaller as well. The choice is all yours. Once you have made the changes, just hit the back key, and it's now saved, as you could see. Anyways, moving on. Let's go to the settings menu, and from here, let's carry out all the tweaks. First off, let's go to the display section. And from there, dark theme, we should have the expanded dark mode, something like that. So this will force enable dark mode across all the apps that even does not support it. For example, the Amazon app, the Fitbit app, you could now force enable dark mode on those apps as well. And then you also have the pure black. Let's enable this, and it's now implemented. I just love this pure black. I used it from the times of Substratum theme engine. I guess you might be aware of it was 4 to 5 years minimum or 10 years back, the Substratum theming engine. Anyways, back to the topic. Icon manager. From here you may show or hide the icons in the access bar from this section. Then colors are here, we have the color contrasting as well. Smooth display 120 Hz at all times. This will lead to more battery drainage, but it's fine. Tap to wake, tap to sleep. Double tap to sleep is working. Double tap to wake is also working. Great. Ambient display gestures are already enabled by default. Hand wave, pocket, and pickup. Then apart from that, in the next up we have the wallpaper and style section. Again, this has been revamped as well. First off, we are in the lock screen. You may change the wallpaper from here. These are the new Pixel 9 series wallpapers that you could choose from. Let's go back and you may change the lock screen clocks from here. This is the new UI for the clock and wallpaper style. Let's try to change the colors from this section. You may make them more darker or lighter from here, and then change the size, smaller or large. So let's choose this color. Not all clocks color can be changed. For example, this is the one whose color cannot be changed. Whose matlab, okay, the color can be changed, but you cannot make them darker or lighter. It's fixed. No issue with that. Size is fine. Hit the apply button. Once that is done, let's add a shortcut in the lock screen. On the left hand side, I want the flashlight. On the right, let's add DND, and that is it. Okay, on the left is the flashlight. On the right hand side, we have the DND. Hit the apply key, and let's now verify it. You could see flashlight and the DND are added now. Then let's switch to the home screen, and from here you may change the themes. These are the various themes colors, as you could see. Then you may also choose some other colors from here, but these colors will only be enabled, I guess, once we turn off the pure black. Let me show you what I mean. For example, this is a theme. Let's hit the apply button, and you could see we are back to the black theme. This is because we have the pure black enabled. So please, first off, let's turn off the pure black from the display section. Dark theme from here and pure black, and now you could see the theme is now enabled. Great. So let's go back over here. You may also change the icon shapes. These are also new. Let's do this one only. Theme icons can be enabled from here. Hit the apply button. Layout, I want the smaller one, which is this one. Then hit the apply. I don't know why this is like this. I guess it's the UI issue, which will be rectified. Okay, it's now fine over here. So after that, let's go to the system section over here, and in the gestures we have, let's see any other third-party app. Okay, only the camera app. That's not great, but this is the case with all the USB ROMs, so that's same case here as well. Quick torch when the screen is off. Long pressing on the power button enable torch. Great. Playback control. Strive to take a screenshot. This is something which I use quite a lot. Then Moto gestures. Let's see. Chop chop. Toggle flashlight when using the chop chop gesture. Okay, let me just verify it. I'm not quite sure. Let's just go back once, and okay, this is the chop chop gesture. Yes, it's working. Enabling and disabling both. Great, it is working as expected. Then apart from that, we have the wave to silence is a must for me. Flip to DND. Let me just verify it once. Yes, it's working as expected. Once you flip back, it will be turned off. Pick to stop ringing is fine. Tap gestures, you will have to turn off AOD, I suppose. Only then this might work. Open the dialer, and now let's see. Well, it's still working, which is great. No issues with that. So all the gestures are working as expected. Let's now go back, and if you want to install updates, you may install from here or do an ADB sideload via the recovery. No need for a factory reset then, just install the updates. Then apart from that, I guess that's just about it. Let's have a look at the launchers, home settings at a glance. Okay, with the Android 17 beta 1, you may not turn off at a glance. Although as of now, if you turn it off, you will still see the date and time over here, the date. But in Android 17, everything can be turned off. Let me just show you if I have a phone lying around. The Pixel with the Android 17 gestures. Just give me a second. So this is the Android 17 beta 1, and we have the at a glance. If you long press on it, settings, you could now see, you could turn off both of them, and you get a clean stock experience. Nothing as such. This is, I guess, will be live soon in the Pixel OS ROM as well. Currently, we still have the date. You could see we cannot remove the date, but in Android 17 beta 1, we can easily remove the date as well. Swipe to access Google app. This is a must for me. Google app is required. Search settings. So, okay, this is fine. I want the themed icons in the home screen as well in the app drawer, but I cannot see this over here. Okay, not a major concern. So guys, that's just about it. If you have any query with regards to any of the steps, let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching the video.